So what is Google Video Quality Report? This is what this video is about. When you come to this site, you will see three sections at the top. The first section is your results. If you try to go there, if I try to go there, what I get is that the results from my location are not yet available. Please check back soon. You may be lucky. The next section is how video gets to you. This is where the Google explains how we are receiving the videos that we are watching on YouTube. So it explains that suppose this is the user, and these are the different locations where YouTube uploads multiple copies of the same video. So whichever is nearest to you, the Google server provides you video from that location. Further, they explain that they are providing us the data. This is the data that is coming from YouTube's end, and which they show that is very fast, meaning that if the video quality is slow, it is not their end that is usually to blame. Now let's go to the ISP end. So this is where the throttling can occur. It is the job of the ISP, as the YouTube says, Google says, to provide us enough bandwidth so that the data could pass through to the users at the other end of the ISP. Now let's go to the user end. So here is the ISP data coming from YouTube. This is the ISP, and this is the connection with the homes, and the speed depends upon the connection between the ISP and the end user homes. Further, it depends upon how the end user is using, if it is using the copper lines, fiber optics, or Wi-Fi. It would depend upon his, for example, if he's using Wi-Fi, it would depend upon his distance from the Wi-Fi and other such factors. So, and further, a user may experience different video speeds at different times. For example, during the morning times when there is not much users using YouTube, the quality may be better, but during night time or the peak times, the quality may decrease, and you would see this spinning wheel, the annoying spinning wheel, and showing you that the video is buffering. And YouTube, as you must have guessed from all this, that YouTube is putting the blame on the ISPs and the connections, and not on itself. He may be right. He may be right. So the last section, if we go to the last section, we'll find three more tabs there. First one is the methodology. Let's go there. And here Google explains how they verify the ISPs and give them certificates. So they give three types of certificates to the ISPs which they have verified. First one is the YouTube HD verified. These are the ISPs that are providing us with 720p or above quality of video. The standard definitions are those which usually are at providing steady video streaming at 360p, and the user may experience some lag when they jump to higher streaming rates at, for example, 720p. And the lower definitions is anything that is below 360p. And then how do they arrive at these certifications, standards? They look at the YouTube data that was downloaded for the last 30 days, and they then segment the ISP, the results by ISP and geographical location, and they determine the minimum available speed that was available 90% of the time. Then they explain the whole process, which goes into lots of detail, the formulas they use, and how they um, categorize the HD definition, which is must be greater than 2.5 megabits per second. SD definition, standard definition, zero point 0.7 to 2.5 megabits, fluctuate between 0.7 and 2.5, and the low definition, which is usually less than bandwidth is usually available for YouTube videos, less than 0.7 megabits per second. Um, if the network is ISP is providing most of the time, 90% of the time, 720p or higher videos, then it is high definition certified ISP. If it is usually staying at 360p 90% of the time, then it is a standard definition ISP. And if it is lower, if it doesn't fall in either of the two above categories, then it is the lower definition category. Now let's go to the third tab, and let's see how what YouTube is doing. What are they trying to explain in this section? Uh, they start by stating that they use adaptive bitrate. What adaptive bitrate means is that they break down video into smaller segments. Each segment is just a few seconds long, and then they send these segments to the end user. And while the video is playing, the algorithm is going on behind scenes to judge how smoothly the video is being playing. If the video is quality is going down, then what YouTube does is that it drops the uh, video quality from suppose 720p to 480p, and it may happen when you are walking away from your Wi-Fi router and those signals are getting weaker. You may experience a degradation in the quality of the YouTube video. And the next how they next way that they are trying to improve the video experience is by bringing the YouTube closer to you. How they do that is that they are spending billions of dollars in bandwidth and infrastructure, and they are providing this facility right to the doors of ISPs. That means they're providing the connection directly to the ISPs, which reach their 70 points of presence worldwide, and they don't charge anything to the ISP, all for the benefit of the end users. And they deploy their servers within ISP networks, so decreasing the distance between the end user and the service provider. The next thing is codecs. So on their end, they are trying to come up with video compression so that data is compressed as it travels on the wires and reaches us, and also they are trying to optimize the existing compression technologies and trying to come up with new approaches. And another thing is that they have this format called WebM, which was developed so that it could require less bandwidth and provide higher quality. And the last section here is YouTube support. You could go to this section, and if you still have some problems, then you can describe your problem over here and get some help in this section. So hope that this video cleared up some video quality issues, and what this web Google video quality report page is all about, and how the YouTube video works, so that we could have a good experience at our end. If you like this video, if you found it useful, please consider subscribing. Keep coming back for more videos. share it with your social network, and thanks for your time and have a good day.